Hi, fight fans. Welcome to another edition of Split Decision Boxing, where I give my views and opinions on all things in the boxing world, predictions, overviews, etc., etc. Okay. First of all, get the official stuff out of the way. If you like this video, please do me a favour. Please like it, thumbs up it, share it, and subscribe. I really need your help with that if you would. Okay, let's talk about Tyson Fury, who fought this weekend. Well, I say fought. He performed this weekend in Saudi, fighting MMA fighter by the name of Francis Ngannou. As we all know, there was lots of press about it. There was lots of coverage, media coverage about it. I did give my prediction as well on a previous video, where I thought Tyson would win in the later rounds. I thought he would toy with Ngannou, but you know, it's an MMA fighter against basically the heavyweight champion of the world. You'd think he would have enough to deal with him, but what happened, folks? We know what happened now, don't we? For those of you that follow the sport, and it's left me with a sense of regret that I even bothered giving this any airtime whatsoever, because I've made my views quite clear, excuse me, on crossover boxing. I thought this might have been one of a higher quality, however, didn't work out that way. What we saw on Saturday night was a very under par Tyson Fury. He looked still overweight, carrying lots of loose flesh around. He didn't want to put a lot of work into what he was doing. He adopted some dirty tactics, using the elbow, smashing the elbow down at one point I saw. But Ngannou, to give him credit, at least had a crack, you know? I think he surprised Fury with his power, and in the third round he dropped Fury. And then it was a bit of a non-event, the rest of the fight. It's not even worthy of a description of what happened, but subsequently it went the distance. 10 rounds where Fury was given a split decision victory, 2 judges to 1. I have looked at this fight. I would say it was a draw, to be honest. That would have been a fair result. Tyson Fury certainly didn't do enough to win it. And you've only got to look at the two fighters post-fight. Ngannou hasn't got a mark on him. Fury's face looks like it's all busted up. Black eye, cuts, bruises, abrasions, swellings. You know, he looked like he'd been in a row. So this brings you on, doesn't it, to where does Fury go from here? You know, you could see in his face, by the way, he looked like he knew that he was very lucky to get that decision. He's never going to admit it. He said it was one of the toughest fights he's had. Hang on. You're the heavyweight champion of the world. You're the baddest man on the planet. You're fighting an MMA fighter who's never fought a boxing match before. Am I missing something here? Right? So the question I'm asking is, where does Tyson Fury go from here? There's a lot of speculation in social media now and in the press that this could be his last fight. Totally. It wouldn't surprise me if it went that way, to be honest. It took a lot out of him. Bear in mind now, he's been on the canvas 7 times in his career. I know he gets, the argument is he gets up and he wins. But He shouldn't be easy. You know, you shouldn't be able to put him down that easy, should you? He's a great fighter, don't get me wrong, because he's awkward and I've said it before, his style. And styles make fights. But I don't think... Do you know what I think? I think he's going to evaluate this, and I think he's going to realise that there's a serious danger he could blow it or blow his reputation. And I think rather than risk getting beaten by a blown up light heavyweight in Usyk in whether it's December, whether it's January, February or March, who knows if that fight... I know it's signed, sealed and delivered. I've just got a feeling he's got to go, I don't want this. Behind closed doors, when he looks at himself in the mirror, he's got to say, I don't want this. I've ridden my luck. I've rode my luck. I'm here. I've got belts. I've got a reputation. I can retire now and go down as the undefeated heavyweight champion, WBC heavyweight champion of the world, lineal champion of the world. All right, didn't unify all of the belts. That would have been the icing on the cake. Everybody would have wanted to see Fury Usyk. Everybody would have wanted to see, despite what people say, everybody would have wanted to see Fury AJ. It's never going to happen, is it? Because he's been down 7 times, you know. Anyone who can punch has put him down. Wilder, Ngannou, and I would be pretty certain AJ, despite his failings right now, would put Fury on the canvas. And I think for that very reason, Fury is going to play the short game rather than the long game. And I think he's going to call it a day. That's what I think. We'll never know again, even if he announced tomorrow that he's retiring. He's done it before, hasn't he? He's announced his retirement and then come back, 2 months later, he's fighting again. So I'll believe it when I see it. It will leave a lot of speculation. It will leave a bit of a taste in people's mouths, won't it, about how good was he really? Yeah. Would you put him up there with the greatest of all time? Some people would. Not for me. Doesn't come close to Ali. Doesn't come close for me to Lennox Lewis. Doesn't come close for me to Mike Tyson. Or even Foreman, for that matter. So, no, for me, he's not in as the greatest of all time. He beat those around him, those that were there, but those that were there weren't. I mean, Wilder wasn't great. He was a great puncher. That was about it. Who else has he beat? Okay, he beat Klitschko at the end of his career. To put himself in the annals of one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, he's got to take on all those in front of him, all the pretenders to the crown. He's got to take on the AJs of this world, the Usyks of this world, and he's got to defeat them convincingly. I'm not so sure he would. So that's it, folks. As I always say, that's it. I've really got anything else to say on that. I hope that's the last I will be doing with regarding crossover fighting. Don't even get me started on John Fury wanting to fight Mike Tyson. What a joke that is, by the way. Please, please. I was going to say, please don't let it happen. But you know what, on the other hand, please let it happen. And I hope, upon hope, that Mike Tyson doesn't hold anything back if he gets him in the ring and he unleashes the fury of Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, youngest ever unified heavyweight champion of the world, against a street fighter. I ain't going to go there. That's it. I'm out of here. Keep punching, folks. Remember, if you like this video, do me a favor. Give it a thumbs up. Share it. Subscribe. Thank you.